as we're going out and we're looking for snares, obviously we've got big areas here, huge areas, and trying to figure out where we might find these snares is not always an easy task. But we do have some avian friends, which are vultures. Alright, so a lot of the time when an animal dies, you'll find vultures come in, okay, and so you'll see the aerial circling of those vultures and they descend down into those carcasses. It's not always that it's poaching. It can be a natural kill. Lions, hyenas, leopards, something like that could do a natural kill, so you've got to be careful. But vultures often give away positions of dead animals and wildlife, so if we do find any vultures, that's where we want to go. We want to go and see, but obviously we want to be very, very careful how we do that approach, because it could be wild animals that are dangerous for us, cats, carnivores. What happens is you often find on natural kills, the bateleur eagle, which we refer to as a low-level soarer, he will come in first to the carcass. He's a very colorful bird, so the other vultures are looking on his back or looking down on him from much higher up. They're high-level soarers, up to about 23,000 feet. Alright, so they'll be looking down on the low-level soarer, the bateleur eagle. He will descend first, and he gets the softest pickings, eyes and tongue. Once the eyes and the tongue are gone, then the other vultures will then come in. Alright, so that's normally the time it takes for them to descend, to feel safe. Alright, so the lappet-faced vulture has got the biggest beak, and he will normally come in and he will open the carcass up. He goes in through the anus and the soft parts of the stomach. He opens the carcass up. Then the white-backed vultures will come in next, and they are numerous. They'll go into the carcass and they'll eat the flesh, they'll eat the heart, the lungs, all the soft tissues, and they'll eat from the, basically go inside the carcass and eat almost their way out. Alright, so white-backed vultures. Next in this part of the world, you'll get the hooded vulture. He comes in, he's got a very long beak, and he will go and take the bone marrow and he'll pull it out, and all those little choicey bits, morsels between the bones, he takes those out and he eats them. A much smaller bird. Then the last one to pitch up is the white-headed vulture. He's quite a nice robust vulture. He comes in and his program is he eats the sinews and the tendons. Alright, so all these different species, the 5 different species of bird that I've named there, they all eat different areas of that carcass, meaning that they don't compete against each other, but they will compete in their own family groups. Alright, so the most numerous of the vultures is white-backed. So we'll often find them circling around, and there'll be maybe 100 of those birds circling. Alright, we use that to detect where a poacher might have been, but that's also a giveaway for the poacher. So unfortunately today what's happening is a lot of poachers are carrying around poisons, and they will take meat off the carcass, they will lace the meat with poison and put it down in the bush. The vultures will come down, descend on those pieces of meat, pick them up, eat them, and then die. So quite a lot of the time when you're walking up to carcasses that we know that poaching has taken place there, you might find anywhere between 20 to 200 different vulture carcasses dead amongst the rotting flesh of that animal. Okay, so very important bird for us, very, very important for the ecosystem, but unfortunately the poachers are also taking them out at the moment, and we've got to be cognizant of that, and we've got to protect that. So anything that we find poisons on the roadside, we need to figure that out, and we need to be reporting that to the authorities. Take it off our streets. It's very, very, very important. Okay, good. Let's go and see what we can find.
Looking at this little area here, there's bones there, there's a skull there. My guess is your snare would have been triggered from one of these. Here's quite a substantial game trail here, so I'll guess this is where it was. If we look carefully, we may even find scars on there from previous. Young bull. Young bull, so I'm sure there's a lot more around here. It looks like this is quite an active area. Yeah, so we've got a young bull here. It's pretty old, a year or 2 years probably, but it's some time ago. So it shows this snaring's not new. It's been around for years and years, but this would have provided a lot of meat. You can see more bones over there, so it could have been one that was caught and never recovered, and the hyenas and other things would have spread that around, but it looks like the bones are quite spread around, so I guess they didn't take the whole thing, if they did take any of it. This is a very old snare. It's been around a long time. It was put here, it was triggered by one of the animals, and never recovered and never used again. So this one was obviously forgotten about, or they forgot where they put it. But you can see this is rusted. This cable's been here for a long time. So yeah, although it's not doing anything, it's still good to get it out of circulation.
Yeah.
Stuff is tough. There we go. You need your pliers. Let me give you the pliers, because you seem to be finding quite a few.